ways to go. There's the libertarian philosophy of I want the government off my back and out of my life. But there's also the idea of economics. And it's an Austrian economic school which comes from the idea that government intervention is usually the cause of the problems. And then there's also the idea going through a constitutional line. But most of it streams from the same thing that Thomas Jefferson was thinking about when he wrote the Declaration of Independence. And that is life, liberty, and property. I know it says the pursuit of happiness, but John Locke in the 1600s was actually the King of England, said, the people aren't happy. What can I do to make the people happy? Well, the answer was protect their life, protect their liberty, and protect their property, and the people will be happy. If you do more than that, you're doing too much. And if you do less than that, if you're doing more than that, you're being oppressive. And if you do less than that, well, you're kind of shirking your responsibilities. Right now, America kind of gets divided. There's one side over here that's just, you know, screaming and yelling about this and that and the other and how we need this. And then there's another side screaming and yelling about how we need this. But the thing is it's really not the role of government either way. If it's the right or the left, it really should be us against the political class. Because the political class is so dominated by money, etc., that they do what the lobbyists say because it's money in their pocket. We need to elect people that don't do what the lobbyists say. They do what follows the role of government. The reason our government has become such a bureaucratic nightmare is because too many people have done too much of what the lobbyists say. The libertarian mottos are pretty straightforward. Basically, less government, more freedom. More freedom to do what you want. Freedom to be who the person you want to be, whether it's gay, straight, or whoever you want to be. Ayn Rand has a comment that says, you cannot pretend to protect minorities if you don't protect the smallest minority of all. And the smallest minority of all is the individual. If we don't protect everyone's rights for their life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, then we're protecting no one's rights. The other model that we have, it's simple, it's fiscally conservative and socially tolerant. Whereas, as you see with the left and the right, you have, usually it's, if you want to be fiscally conservative, you also have to be against gay marriage, for the war, etc., etc. Well, we're not against gay marriage, we're not for the war, but on the other side, if you want to be pro-freedom, you also have to be pro, I'm going to take your money and use it for this, I'm going to take your money and use it for this, and by the time you're done, you're at a 60% tax bracket, and there is no property or life or liberty when you're being taxed that much. David Sparks actually has a quote from Milton Friedman, which I think is a great quote. It's a little complicated, but you guys are college students, in regards to what it is to be a libertarian.
Yeah, I just want to give you a simple definition, and it's, I don't know if you're jotting these things down or not, but you'll impress your professors if you do. It's the smallest, least intrusive intrusion of government consistent with the maximum freedom for each individual to pursue his or her own freedom as long as he or she doesn't interfere with others pursuing their freedom. So a pretty simple and straightforward definition of what most libertarians will hold as a guiding principle as they look at government intrusion into the lives of individuals.